Hello, and welcome to All Our Channel's weekly news update for the week of May 26th through June 1st. And we're going to have a very exciting week this week. A lot of things that have been in the pipeline for quite some time are going to be premiering, so then I'm really excited to be sharing it all with you. But before we get into that, I'd like to, as always, draw attention to the description down below, or off to the side if you're watching this one, it's the channel trailer. You can find a link to my Twitch, where I record all of this stuff live, and another link to my Discord, where you can interact with me more directly and partake in a number of votes that dictate the future of the channel. Votes such as, what should be the Aperture game I play after Portal Revolution? What Arcane game should I do after the Arcane canon run is done? What Fallout game should I play after Fallout New Vegas? And even what game suggested by all of you should I play after Marble Blast Gold is done? But with that out of the way, let's get right into this week's video, or video lineup. As always, if a video is less than 20 minutes or more than 30, I'll be sure to highlight it here. And I'm going to start trying to do these a little bit faster and not linger on every individual game as much. I kind of changed my mind whether I'm going to do that week to week though anyway. So starting off on this week's Sunless Sunday, May 26th, we have episode 32 of Sunless Sea, Blessed Captain, episode 24 of Marble Blast Gold, Skiing, and episode 223 of Tears of the Kingdom, Pirate Control. Moving right along to this week's Aperture Monday, we have episode 6 of the Portal Revolution series, Going Down, episode 25 of Marble Blast Gold, Going Down, Then Up. Honestly, that naming scheme of those having the same name was entirely coincidental. It was dumb luck that they ended up on the same day. And then we have 2 episodes of Tears of the Kingdom, episode 224, Battle Under Eventide, and episode 225, Glider. 225 is a shorter episode, being 11 minutes long, hence why it's being tacked on as sort of a bonus episode that day, because it's not a full episode, it's me doing a little side task. You'll understand when you watch that day's episodes. Then moving on to May 28th, this week's Art Tuesday, we have the Atomic Heart art to commemorate our time playing Atomic Heart. Wonderful game, and I cannot wait for more DLCs to come out for that game, because I'll be sure to try and fit them into the schedule as soon as I can. Then we have episode 26 of Marble Blast Gold, Circus of Rage, and episode 226 of Tears of the Kingdom, Battle Above Eventide. It's kind of funny how those two series are mirroring each other in number, just with a separation of 200 episodes now, because of the double up I did. Then moving on to this week's Arcane Wednesday, we have episode 20 of the Dishonored Canon Run, Taking What's Mine Back, which, as a reminder, the Dishonored Canon Run is a series where I try and play through Dishonored 1 while sticking as close to the canon as possible. I've had a few people asking in the comments what Canon Run means, so figured I'd start mentioning it here. After that, we have episode 27 of Marble Blast Gold, Nerdcore, and episode 227 of Tears of the Kingdom, ASMR. And we cap off that day with another episode of Gmod with friends, in this case, Murder at Spring Break, where we play the murder game mode in a much brighter map than the one we used last week. Then moving along to May 30th, this week's Nitrome Tuesday. I mean, Nitrome Thursday. I was trying to not say Tuesday. For some reason, I always say Nitrome Tuesday. This week's Nitrome Thursday. We have the start of One Key, a brand new Nitrome game in which we try and beat the entire game with one key. And I'd like to quickly note that the Nitrome series is actually up for vote to become a daily series after Marble Blast Gold, competing right alongside Fallout New Vegas, Dishonored the Canon Run, and Portal Revolution. There's also a large number of other games that are up for vote just for me to play instead. And if you're wondering why Sunless Sea, Art, and City Skylines are on the vote, well, the art series, I don't want to give myself art burnout by trying to do a piece of sprite art every single day of the week. I would get tired of doing it very quickly if I did that. And as for the Sunless Sea and City Skylines, those are series that don't really have a set endpoint, so making them take up one of the daily slots feels unfair because we'd pretty much never vote for something else, you know? Or we'd never be able to have a vote for something else. Excuse me. I keep clearing my throat, I apologize. I got phlegm. But yeah, after one key, we have episode 28 of Marble Blast Gold and episode 228 of Tears of the Kingdom, which is going to be, the episode 28 of Marble Blast Gold is called Whirl, and the 228 of Tears of the Kingdom is going to be an extra long 32-minute episode, Saving Laurelin. And then after that, we have the premiere of a brand new multiplayer series with my friends, the start of us playing Lethal Company, and this will be me going into the game completely blind, and in these first several weeks of the series, it's going to just be me and my friends Sleepy and Sheebs. Excuse me. I think I have indigestion and it's I'm trying to not burp into the mic. I've got like hiccups. Sorry about that. But anyway, moving on to May 31st, this week's Fallout Friday, we have episode 10 of the Fallout New Vegas playthrough, Vicky and Vance. After that, we have episode 29 of Marble Blast Gold, Lyoko, and episode 229 of Tears of the Kingdom, Go With The Flow, which clocks in just under 30 minutes at 29 minutes and 49 seconds, so just barely didn't hit that 30-minute mark, but I figured it was worth highlighting here. And then we have another brand new premiere on the series, something I have had in the works for a while and I've been wanting to do, and I just needed to get a good group together for it and be able to start working on it. But it is the beginning of Fallout Retold. Episode 1, Life in the Vault, is about to change. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. It is a tabletop campaign within my own tabletop system I've built, Heart of Action, which you can find all of the basic rules to it in the Discord linked below, in a dedicated Heart of Action chat. This is a tabletop system I've been developing for the better part of a decade, on and off. And the rules in there are the most basic rules to be able to play the game, but I don't have things like there's no weapon stats, there's no enemy stats, and there's no level, defined leveling guide or list of skills and traits. Because Heart of Action is designed to be a universal role-playing system that can be slotted into any system, or into any setting. And so there's not a defined thing of stats, and I hope one day, if you all show enough interest, to try and get to work on publishing my own tabletop role-playing game rulebooks that will give special rules for specific settings, such as a post-apocalyptic setting inspired by Fallout, which is where the Fallout Retold series comes in. Fallout Retold is a tabletop campaign with a number of my friends that is revisiting the world of the first Fallout game, and reimagining that story if it was written with the context of everything else that exists within lore now. How different would Fallout 1 be if they were able to embrace the silliness that would become part of the series, if they were able to foresee how dramatic power armor would be, and put a lot more unique characteristics into a lot of the elements of the world, rewriting elements of the story in order to create a more interesting narrative while sticking close enough to the canon that I can eventually hopefully keep the series going through from not just a retelling of Fallout 1, but 2, 3, New Vegas, 4, even Tactics, and the failed Brotherhood of Steel, and maybe even tell the story of cancelled Fallout games like Van Buren and Extreme. I hope for this to potentially be a long-running series on the channel that can be used to explore one of my favorite game franchises in a large what-if story. But because of the effort that goes into doing a tabletop campaign and getting the players together and trying to get things going, it's going to be unique compared to a lot of other things on this channel in that rather than being a weekly series or a daily, Lord knows I wouldn't do that, it's going to be a bi-weekly series. Meaning we're going to have the first episode this week, and then next week we're going to have something different in its place. And then the week after that, we're going to be going back to Fallout Retold. So it's going to ping pong between 2 different series within that 4th slot on Fridays. Which, what that other series is, well, it's already being teased for premiere in a few places, and I've already streamed it, so I'll mention it here. A second tabletop setting. This one is going to be based in a more original universe, but I'll go into more depth on that in next week's weekly news update. But to quickly cap off this week's weekly news update, on June 1st, this week's City Saturdays, we have episode 5 of the City Maker series, Lost Civilization. After that, we have episode 30 of Marble Blast Gold, Society, and episode 230 of Tears of the Kingdom, the 31-minute long, Rebuilding Laurelin. I hope you all look forward to the content coming out, and I would really appreciate it if all of you were to try and check out the Fallout Retold series. It's actually set to premiere, both it and Lethal Company, meaning that you'll be able to watch it begin airing live. But you know, I've got to figure out exactly when I want to set the air date. Currently, the air date is set to be at like the crack of dawn of the day that it airs, but I might push it back a little bit so that more of my American audience can watch the premiere at a reasonable time for both of them. And I'm actually probably even going to, if I remember to, later in this week, take this down as the channel trailer and replace it with Fallout Retold for so the premiere can be put up as the channel, like the first thing you see on the channel, to sort of tease its release. And then, you know, at the start of next week, we'll just switch to the weekly news update of that week. But of course, the weekly news updates will always still be available, just listed as videos within the channel, you know. Yeah. I hope you've all been enjoying this week's weekly news update, and I hope to see all of you in all the videos this week, especially the Fallout Retold one. Love all you very, very much, and ta-ta for now.